Captain.
Bog.
Boglins, come out and play.
It's the midnight hour. We got all the horror you need. We got Mr. Bones and the Pumpkin King, Killer Katie, and the Queen of the Bud. And don't forget Casey, the Innerweb Kaiju. Fuck with him and he'll show you what's up. Join us from 12 and beyond. We bring that fear and it will make you cower. Step into the darkness. It's the midnight hour.
Boglins! The following announcement has been brought to you by the Midnight Hour.
Bogland.
Hello! Welcome to the Midnight Hour. Thank you for watching. If you're watching us on replay, thank you for watching the replay. I am Hobbs Horror. We have Jennifer Tochi, Echo, Ciro, and Mr. Bones tonight. We are just shooting the breeze, catching up on July, talking, and looking forward to spooky month. And actually, spooky season, because for us, it goes a lot longer than just like October and September. Like August really starts spooky month, you know? Everything's opening, and in fact, I just happened to notice that a lot of people are getting their stuff from stores and whatnot, and you know. But anyways, welcome to the Midnight Hour. Hello, Katie. Welcome.
Katie.
Hello, Pat.
Katie.
Pat and Paladin.
Katie.
So I figured to get everybody in the mood, we watch a little bit of a parade just to get you in the mood to set the tone. Now, how can that not excite you for Halloween, right?
Not enough Mickey people.
I don't know. Those skeletons look like they were doing something very rude with their hands.
That bender looked okay, except they need to fix the head.
Mm.
Like
The one thing I think I would have a problem with doing those is like you have to have the right movements, right? When you have those standees like that, when you're walking down the parades with them, because if you don't move correctly with the arms and the legs, they're gonna look stupid, you know.
I've seen some insane costumes. I've seen someone build a replica of the Hawk Buster.
Of the what?
The Hawk Buster from the one Avengers movie.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
And it's like piece by piece. They go from me like 5 foot something to like almost 8 feet tall. Takes forever to put on. My question is, what happens if you gotta go to the bathroom? Takes an hour to put on. It's gonna take an hour to get off.
I know, but people have that type of love for Halloween. I mean, and then I seen one parade where there was one of those big giant floats, and it was one of the fucking aliens from the Alien movies. I was like, my God, it was a xenomorph. Like people get into really big detail, you know.
You see the people that like they turned the garage into like a haunted house.
I'm guilty. I've done that before.
Then the whole 10 yards and shit. Buy
Yep.
everything.
I've done that before, but I wouldn't let anybody go in the house. Like it was just kind of like more of a. I was at my old place, and then it was more kind of like when kids are trick or treat and shit.
They used to do that at our mall, but they've stopped.
That's kind of weird. Like, you know,
Kal-El Daily.
Hey, Cal.
it used to be back in the day, like in the 70s and 80s, you could, even the late 90s, you could stay out till 11, 12 o'clock at night and trick or treat. Now you got to be in by 10 o'clock. And trick or
10
treating
o'clock.
starts at
You know where your
daytime.
Mr.
children are.
Dan in the house.
Hey,
Mr.
Dan.
Dan, what's up, Kella? What's up, Cheetah? What were you saying, Toach? I'm sorry. I apologize.
I said it's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are?
I thought she said baller.
Some people
It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your penis is?
echo.
Did you hear about
I
what
don't-
happened with that live streamer on YouTube? He was playing Five Nights at Freddy, and I guess one of the female robots scared him, so he stood up and he started being like, "Oh, I'm gonna do you with my, my dick," and he started thrusting his hips so hard, his junk came out.
On a live stream?
Yep, it's been he's removed the stream, but I'm like watching it. He's like, he was all being aggressive, and all of a sudden you just see this thing comes out, and he screams and he sits down real quick, like, "Oh shit!"
He's got to wear. He's got to wear a cup next time, bro.
Actually, I think the kids, if you're gonna be doing that, put underwear on, and you shouldn't have to worry about things, falling out.
Yeah. If you're gonna do something, you stay in one place.
I'll tell Jen about it so she can watch it.
People
Thank
get
you.
wild when they go live. You know, that's
Yeah.
congratulations, Anthony's at 893 subscribers.
Oh, wow, Anthony.
That's Anthony Chabot, the #1 YouTuber in the world.
The thing about candy cotton, that candy corn, it seems like they've been using a lot of the old stuff at stores. They haven't made any new stuff in a while.
Hey, that's a good question. So, when you guys pass out candy the following year, if you have leftovers, do you still use it?
No, because I will eat mine if any's left.
Anthony is also the #1 freestyler now. His latest videos in freestyling.
Hey, the horror man here.
Hey, Joe.
Joe put out an interesting rant video. I have to talk. I'm just glad he's here.
Yes, great video.
I find it. I have to agree with him that somebody put out a video about a Children of the Corn film destroying the whole franchise. They had never actually seen the franchise. I have to agree that. I mean, there are movies that I do not like, right? And there are movies that I absolutely love. There are franchises that I love, franchises that I don't love. But I would never bash an entire franchise. I've not seen the whole franchise, you know? What are your guys' thoughts on that?
Well, if you haven't seen any of the movies from the franchise, if you only seen one, then you shouldn't bash it because there could be something in the franchise that you end up liking.
Baller.
Before I rant a series, I make myself watch all of them.
So you watched all the Sharknado movies?
The what?
Sharknado movies?
You notice I haven't.
We did, Anthony. That's why we said that, buddy. I mean, imagine claiming to have only seen 2 films out of the Freddy franchise, Nightmare on Elm Street, right? But then saying that the whole fucking franchise sucks.
Especially if it's some of the lesser ones.
No, one bad movie doesn't make the whole series bad.
Yeah.
Like judging Friday the 13th on part 5.
I love part 5. You want a candy bar?
That's funny.
The dude was like, fuck your candy bar.
Like people also don't like Freddy when he got funny. I loved him when he got funny.
Kal brings up a good point. People destroy Scream and only seen 1 and 2.
Did you see where Freddy got fingered?
I heard that he
Tom
did.
Green movie.
Do what? What'd you say?
The Tom Green movie. I saw
Yeah,
that one.
I love that
Let me
movie.
just say this. I mean, I've known Joe
Hey,
the
would you
Horror
like some
Man for, I
sausages?
think, a long time now. It takes a lot to get this man pissed, and
Mhm.
I could feel it in that video. I was just like, you know, I get it. I get it. Well, I have destroyed movies this year. I'm not going to lie about it, but I have watched some brutal stuff. Shark Week really took me down a notch. Like,
Yeah, I destroyed some of
God.
those movies.
For every one good shark movie, there's about 3 or 4 bad.
but
We
you
can't
know,
all be Jaws.
yeah. And then Patrick was talking about Skidamarink earlier. I guess it affected him a certain way. You know, there are movies that
Skin of a rinky dinky
you
dink.
think Skidamarinky do. I
I
love
love
them.
you.
But there are movies that like they have an effect on you, and they may not be good, and they may not be bad, or they might just be effed up.
It could just be something from your past that just
I'm
hit
curious
you. Yeah.
what Skidamarink brings to the table.
hmm
Well, I can't get past the name because for some reason it keeps making me think of Skinamax.
It brings a dinky dink to the table.
Now, here's the thing that Echo,
A shrinky
the
dinky dink.
the one thing that Echo, the one movie that he doesn't appear to like that a lot of us scratch our heads about is the one that you said you're not really into Trick or Treat, right?
The one with Sam. I watched it and didn't really get into it. It's not my
And
cup of
that's
tea.
okay. He's entitled to his opinion on that. We don't bash him over it. To us, we all love that movie, and that's okay. But I don't see Echo making a 30-minute video talking about how bad
But it
Trick or
can
Treat
go
is.
the other way, Hobbs. He loves the 80s one and you don't like it.
I love the '80s one, man.
Here's the thing, guys. I'm going to try it one more time. It has everything I like in a movie. It even has Skippy. Why would I not like it? Was I in a bad mindset that night? Was I pissed? Was I tired? Was I mad because it wasn't
It has
Halloween?
the lead singer to your favorite group.
Right. Gene Simmons.
I love the 80s movie also. Of both.
The '80s just rock, period, in my opinion.
Yeah.
There's another
Yeah.
one, Trick or Treats, with a trick or treat bag on the cover I reviewed last year for Halloween with this little bratty boy in it.
And see, that's the response I was wondering about. Patrick says Skid and Marink was very good, experimental as hell, which is interesting. That's an interesting thought on a film.
Jim's
Because there are
reviews from the
movies.
grave in the house.
What's up, Jen and Christian? Because
Hi,
there are
Jen and
movies that make you
Christian.
think like that. Like when I watched for the first time, when I watched I think of which one it was. A Clockwork Orange. I really had to think about that movie for a while. I watched it twice, in fact, that same night. Because it really made me think, and it sat with me for a while.
It's been ages since I watched that.
The what?
It's been ages since I watched that movie.
Watched it last week.
I know, right? Like
I love that movie.
certain movies make you feel a certain way, and you wonder why they do. Joe brings up a good point. Skid and Marink, he didn't particularly care for it, but he didn't make a 30-minute video ranting about why he didn't like it. Understandable.
I
I
just
don't
got a
feel.
new movie that I had to watch 3 times before I could fully understand it and like actually like it, and it was
Bogland.
The Law.
Bogland.
Now, I'm gonna watch Trick or Treat one more time, and I'm gonna see if I can have a better opinion of it. But The Loft, I've not seen yet, but I've heard about The Loft.
Yeah, I got it at Target for $1.50 in the clearance aisle.
Now, Echo, would you say a movie that you like that you feel others may not like?
I'll have to say, well, I don't know how people feel about children trying to play with dead things. I got
I
into that
fucking
one.
love that movie.
I have never seen that.
I would love to see a remake. Let me
I've never
direct
seen that
it.
either.
Let me direct the remake. Um, trying to think.
Remaking all the movies.
While you're thinking, we have a question from Cal L. Daly. Well, it's the same question we just asked. Name a movie that you like that everyone seems to hate.
What about Rec 2?
You're right. I didn't like that movie.
Oh, it's I don't. And the thing is, I don't like that though. That the found films. I don't like that type of film. But I love Rec 2.
There is a movie that I seem to like that no one else seems to like. It's called Amityville Clown House. That's one of them.
I went and saw Enemy at the Gates with a friend. I loved the movie. He hated it because there's a scene of some kid's dead body hanging and there's a random sex scene.
Yeah, that's kind of.
But I enjoyed the movie.
What's up, Cody Ray?
Hey, Cody.
Jennifer Tochi, myself, and a few others obsessed with a movie called Dream a Little Dream. And in the horror community, no one seems to like it, but maybe a few of us.
Was that the one I bought and then never watched that I sent to you, Jen?
Yes.
Randomly in a Walmart, and I saw like, I need to buy this. They realized I'm not going to watch it. So this is Jen.
By the way, we got some Echo packages coming too. We're gonna have to put some stuff together. Echo needs some love. We're gonna.
I'm a little worried about packages right now. Like if anyone's sending me anything that I might not get them, because I'm a little worried. Hell, our post office has to use a freaking U-Haul van sometimes.
So if you're gonna send a package to Echo, even if it's just movies, send it in a U-Haul. What was the Echo? I had a question for you. What was the mob movie you were looking for that you said you didn't have, but it was overpriced? Was it?
Which movie was it?
Was it Carlito's Way?
No, it's an older one because I have the Godfather trilogy. Scarface.
Okay, I've got an extra copy of that. I'll get that out to you as well.
Because it was weird. It's like when I found the Godfather, I found the that cut of the third movie. It's the Michael Corleone or whatever cut at Walmart for like less than 20, and then I went to Best Buy and they had the first two there together, less than 20. It was like it's ordained that I had to get them.
No, I got an extra copy of it. I'll get it out to you when I send you your box.
Pat, I wanted to see Dustin's take on how he would do Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, but unfortunately, it looks like from what we were told, it's not going to happen.
Now, see, that's a perfect example of a film that the mainstream did not like, but has become a cult classic, right? Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. It is probably one of the most popular underground films that never got much distribution that everybody thought would fail. And that movie is a dime. A lot of people love it. I watch it every year.
To me, it sets the standard for a good bad movie.
I'm begging for people to review it in the community, but no one seems to like it.
I need to get a copy of it.
Guess who likes it? Guess who has it?
The Toach.
Yeah, on VHS.
My God, you have a copy of it on VHS?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Best of 93 films. Wow. 93.
So everybody go around and talk about a movie that you think that you like that no one else would like. Bones?
I passed to Jen. I don't know what other people don't like.
Yeah, that's hard to answer that one.
Yeah, I don't know what other people don't like.
Bones's would be Sidekicks.
Have you heard of abundance of people saying they didn't like that?
No, just kidding. I'm
Something
probably going to watch it.
Face.
I can't wait to fucking watch that movie. It has everybody I like in it. I know I'm going to love
Brandis, Jen.
Huh?
Let's get Winnie. Let's get
Jonathan
Winnie
Brandis. Why are you making
Who?
that face? Jonathan Brandis? I know you know who that is.
Chuck Norris is
He's not even in it that much. It stars Jonathan Brandis.
Yeah, from It, yes. I see Chuck Norris on it and I go, ew.
What's wrong with Chuck Norris?
I do not like Chuck Norris.
He put some damn good movies out back in the 80s. Not so much since then, but he still put out some damn.
Well, isn't Bull from Night Court in it?
Yeah, he's the coach. And it has Winnie Cooper.
Oh.
It's got Winnie Cooper.
Oh, Bull over. Bull. Oh.
Kevin,
What?
I lied to Paul.
He's worth more
like you.
than Chuck Norris, so I'm gonna watch it.
Hey, Katie Warman, welcome. It's been a while. Hope you're doing well. Everybody, welcome Katie Warman. She's back in the videos. What's up, Poppin' Pool?
What about Burial Grounds, Knights of Terror?
Does anybody want to have any comment on Burial Ground, Knights of Terror?
I've never seen that.
They have this character in it. It's supposed to be a kid, but he's played by an adult who's got dwarfism. Basically, got the hots for his mom. Wants to do her. Gets turned into a zombie. And she's all like, my baby, my baby. She takes one of her breast out to like, come, baby, come feed. Oh, he feeds all right. He takes a big-ass bite.
What are you watching, Echo?
This is, I think it's Italian. I'm not sure.
It sounds Italian.
It sounds like that Gnome movie with Vern Troyer in it that Bones and I always talk about.
I mean, this, gotta give it to Italy.
What are you talking about? No Malone?
Yes.
No Malone.
Should I just watch Cara's Hell or whatever?
Did everybody answer that question in the chat too about a movie that you think you hate?
I think Mr. Dan knows it.
I'm still thinking. Let me think a little more.
I have some haters who don't like the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
How can you not like that movie? It's such an awesome
Some people haven't seen it, so those people don't count. But, like, I have some people that have watched it that are like, I don't understand why you like the Rocky Horror Picture Show so much.
Well,
because I like to do the time warp, dude.
Yeah.
I have some people that hate on me because I like Return to Oz as well.
That is a good movie.
I've had some people that have been like, well, it's not part of the Wizard of Oz. It doesn't seem like it's part of the Wizard of Oz, so it's not very good. Oh, I've got a perfect one. The
Uh-oh.
Craft Legacy. I liked it. People hate it.
I have yet to see it.
Never seen it. Never seen it. Hmm.
I like Texas Chainsaw 3D.
Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. That's another one I liked that people absolutely destroy.
Nah, Rob Zombie needs to, him and his hoochie mama need to go away. You know, he only puts her in movies because it's probably the only way she put out.
Yeah, I've heard that before. Hmm.
You have to admit that, even though it wasn't a perfect film, it wasn't exactly, I didn't think it was that bad. The tribute to Rocky Horror in that movie was even kind of hot. You guys are doing a Rob Zombie stream tomorrow night. Are you guys ranking the films, Joe? I mean, let's keep it real. Everything that he does is original. Yes, he has remade the Halloween films, but the stuff that he's done it's his take on the films. So
Yeah.
sometimes I get the hate, but sometimes I don't get the hate. I'm kind of like in between. But I'll never hate them because I enjoyed most, if not all, of his movies.
I still outgrew him.
I'm not a lover of Rob Zombie, but he is a heck of a movie maker.
You know, I saw Jason in the theater, and that was a fun watch in the theater.
Patrick says that Craft Legacy was really rushed story. I agree with that. I feel like the characters didn't match, unfortunately. I liked them, but I feel like they were positioned incorrectly. No, The Craft was not made on. It was not a sequel to Macaroni and Cheese.
Hmm.
Ah, the human centipede. That sounds like a hit. Wait, the ones in back have to eat the front one's shit?
These nuts.
When are they going to make a Cheddar Goblin horror movie? Is what I want to know.
I don't know.
When are they going to make the product, cheddar goblins, so you can eat them?
The Cheddar Goblin.
It's a macaroni and cheese from some movie, isn't it?
That's the name of a food, name of a brand of macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, it's from some movies where they got that. So why don't they actually make it?
Yeah, they do. They do make it. I have
Speak
some.
up here, Hobbs. Is it from Mandy or something?
What's up?
What's it called? Cheddar Goblin? Ain't it from that movie, Mandy? It's
I don't know.
macaroni and cheese or something. I know Ben talks about it a lot too. I think he has a shirt or something with it on it.
Well, they actually made Cheddar Goblin macaroni and cheese.
So it already exists. That's what I was saying. Why don't they make it?
Well, they should make it a comic first, right?
Yeah.
Maybe you have like the Green Goblin versus the Cheddar Goblin.
Versus Baldwin's.
Yeah, versus with a Boglin.
What about Cheddar Boglins? What about them Boglin macaroni and cheese?
Cheddar Boglins would be fantastic. I have sadly not watched The Munsters with Rob Zombie. I really need to.
I refuse to watch it.
You've mentioned that.
Second that.
Sorry.
I second that.
I know a movie that I get a lot of crap about liking, and that's Three Amigos.
May I
Really?
just,
Mm-hmm.
if you guys refuse to watch a movie, how will you know if you ever would like it?
Because I don't like Rob Zombie. That's why I'm refusing.
Well, what did Rob Zombie do to you? Did he kick your dog?
Yep.
Poor sugar.
He's not that good. Should have stuck to music.
So Three Amigos.
It's just, yeah.
I know some people think it's boring. Some people think it's too long, but I enjoyed it.
I
And
love
they
it. I
what was
love
it? They
every
killed
minute.
the Invisible Man or whatever.
The Invisible Swordsman.
They had that weird scene where they had to summon him.
Yeah. Supposed to
My
shoot in
little
the air.
buttercup has the sweetest smile. My little buttercup, won't you stay a while?
Although when it comes to more like comedy-based westerns, I'm more of a Blazing Saddle guy.
Yes, yes. But people love that movie.
So that's mainly though because I love Mel Brooks. I happen to think he's a very funny, talented guy.
Oh, yes. I'm a Mel Brooks fan, too.
I want to sit down and watch The Producers because that seems like it's a funny-ass concept.
That is a hilarious movie.
He's like, okay, they want the play to fail. So what are they going to do? They're going to make one about Hitler in springtime.
What's up, Waffles? Mr. Bones is getting major props from Joe the Horror Man.
Waffles, the greatest thing ever made. It's like, are you pancakes or are you waffles? I'm a waffle guy.
French toast.
I'm a French toast girl.
I got to figure out why I started calling French toast white trash French toast.
What the French toast?
Well, what's the high-end French toast? If there's a white trash French toast.
Good
Yeah.
question. It's randomly one day it started being like white trash French toast. No idea where
What the
I got
French
it from.
toast?
And it's not because of Rob Zombie that I refuse to watch the monsters. It's because I don't want my franchise from that is all comedy to me.
Jennifer,
Can't.
do you own the Monsters TV show?
Yes.
Because I was going to say, I seen it in someone's video. It's at Walmart for only $20, the complete series.
Yeah, but I'm trying to see if it's all in color or just some of it's in color.
I don't know.
I've been trying to, because if it's in black and white, I would love to have it, but I can't seem to find anybody saying whether it's black and white or in color or anything.
Is it in your store? Go look on the back of it and find out.
Put in the chat, are you Monsters or are you Adam?
It says something's in color, but I don't know if it's
Adam's
like
and
just
Monsters in the chat.
some of it.
I'm a both. I'm also a Trekkie and a Warsy too. I'm a Monster Adams.
Joe said it's in black and white.
Okay, then I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to break down and get it once my buy-in freeze is over.
It's worth it.
I gotta replace the video game system. Buy some computer programs. So
What'd you break?
my PS4 is on the way out, so I gotta save up to upgrade.
Now,
What's,
go ahead, Bones.
I was going to ask him what his PS4 is doing.
The fan's overworking, and sometimes the disk drive wants to work, and sometimes it doesn't.
It might, if you know how, it might just need cleaned out. Open it up and dust it
Well,
and stuff.
I've been meaning to,
Clean the
upgrade
eye.
anyways. I've been meaning to upgrade anyway, so
All right.
Well, don't
Back
just
to you,
throw it
Hops.
away. Send it to one of us to fix because we know some technicians. Just don't pitch it. If we can fix it, we'll fix it.
Fix it.
Fix it.
I don't know how to fix it. Don't send it to me. I only know how to fix VCRs.
Oh god, I was watching a movie today, Carousel 2. I think it was 3.
The second one or the first one?
Third one.
There's only 2.
There's only 2.
I haven't seen the third one, and there's a talking vibrator.
There's shit like that in Ginger Dead Man 2, Passion of the Crust.
So, I forgot to mention this. Did I ever tell you guys about my Butch Patrick experience?
What?
Eddie Munster.
Yeah.
So, in Dayton, Ohio, like Halloween is ridiculous. And he used to come to do these. He used to do these local conventions in Dayton, or you go to like a haunted attraction in Dayton. And he went to this one called the Haunted Garage, and it's about an hour north of me. And I had never actually heard of it, but I thought Butch Patrick is going to be at this place called the Haunted Garage. This sounds dope. It's like a haunted attraction, right? And it's right next to the airport, so I knew that he was going to be flying off after it was over. So I drove an hour north to meet Butch, and it's in somebody's house. The Haunted Garage is built into somebody's house. It's not like an attraction. And what it is, it was a garage that had a whole bunch of Halloween shit in it, and Butch Patrick was just sitting in the garage signing autographs.
Did you get one?
So here's the other part of it. I got there as he was leaving, and then I shook his hand. I got an autograph as his taxi was pulling up to take him to the airport.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't that crazy?
Sorry
That's a
about
buzz,
the
right?
neighbor's language.
But it goes to show that not everything is what it seems. I mean, this haunted garage was literally in somebody's garage. I guess it's considered a haunted attraction.
That's actually kind of cool.
Goodness, my neighbors.
That's how I met Butch Patrick for the first time.
Wow.
About 3 minutes. The Attack of Eddie Munster.
He ain't bad looking either.
Goggins! The town pump is a little old place where we can get Dr. Pee-Pee. Waggling! 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 Waggling!
Falcon!
A good shout out to our good friend Casey, who's not with us tonight. He may stop in a little bit. We're not for sure. I think he's taking a little bit of a siesta from the tube. He's doing a lot of surfing, skating. He's one of those extreme sports guys. He's probably on a cliff going down with a skateboard with one wheel. But he always watches the replays. So everybody shout out and say hello to Casey. He always watches the replays.
Hello.
Hello, Casey.
So, with that being said, what I was going to bring up also is some of the new movies that are coming out. Are you guys looking forward, or have you seen or heard about the Turtles movies?
I want to see the new Turtle movie, but I'm still like I think I told Professor, I'm a fan of the old '80s cartoon. That's my favorite incarnation of them.
Thank you, Patrick. That's how I met Butch Patrick. an hour drive, and seen him for 3 seconds. That's cool, Echo. I do want to see it, but I don't think I want to go to the theater and see it.
Yeah, me either. Went and saw
I've
Meg
heard it.
too.
I've heard
Professor
it's really,
Macabre
really good.
in the chat.
Professor in the chat.
Hey, Professor.
Professor got to meet Uncle Lloyd recently.
Ooh.
Uncle Lloyd is always cool to meet. When I met Uncle Lloyd, I believe it was in Indianapolis at an Indianapolis convention. He was always so cool. Always pleasure to sign autographs. Doesn't charge extra. Walk right up to him and get a picture with your trauma films.
Wow.
He'll take a picture with you and shoot the shit with you. You know what? That's really what I need to get back into is some of the trauma films. I miss those. In fact, MVD has a new trauma box set for the Toxie box set. If y'all like Toxie,
I do. But the first one's my favorite. I like more of the ones they did in the 80s. Well, some of the ones like in the 90s, like was it Sergeant Kabuki Man NYPD? I had fun with.
yeah, Sergeant Kabuki Man.
Portuguese was another fun one. Terraformer.
Holy shit, Dan! Seen Enter the Dragon in theater? That was badass.
You know, last year they re-released some of the older movies, horror movies in the theater. I wonder if they're gonna do it again this year and which ones they're gonna show.
Awesome.
Hey, Echo, Mr. Dan threw a lead for you, buddy. Extreme Kaiju Fighting.
Oh, cool. I'll have to check that out, Dan.
$5.95 Echo, he says.
That's from where? Damn.
It's in the community tab or chat.
That's nice.
I'll be honest with you. I do want to watch it, and I had bad thoughts about the Turtles movie that's coming out, but all the good reviews, I'm ecstatic to see it. You know?
You know, I'm talking to the mayor in my town. She also works at a school. It seems to be that turtles are making a comeback in the schools here. With kids buying a lot of turtle-related merchandise.
I've heard that. Yeah, that's
Which
what I've
makes me
heard.
wonder if that's what we're going to see this Halloween. A lot of like turtle-related costumes.
As long as they're not like some of the old ones that I've seen, where someone would take like the back of like a trash bin and like paint it green and like make it a turtle shell. I'm all about ingenuity, but
I thought that was cool.
I know, but like it might be just as easy just to buy a turtle costume, you know, if you can. I get it though.
One year when I was little, I wore a wig around my hips, cut the wig short, cut the wig in half, and then wore a bodysuit and said, "I am He-Man."
Remember the old cheap Freddy Krueger costumes people would make?
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
a garden glove with the popsicle sticks for the claws and a
Mhm.
marker drawn and all over the face.
you know what? Forget what I said. That's actually true. I made my own Frisch's Big Boy costume a long time ago.
Oh.
Gamera versus Ninja Turtles. That you know what? That would be fantastic. A crossover Gamera with the Ninja Turtles
That already
versus the
happened in
Pope.
Secret of the Ooze.
Yeah, they were
Camera was in
watching.
there.
Yeah, they were watching the Gamera movie.
Took it. Looks like Gamma.
It does. Part 3, so Corey was back.
There you go. That's another movie that some people hate is Turtles 3.
Not my favorite of the series. I thought they did better. But if you compare the CGI ones and the the later two live action ones. I'm not so sure about how they finally did Quang in live action.
Oh, that's a good question. If you know how they did Krang in live action, please put it in the chat.
The voice was off too because I was too used to the '80s cartoon voice, and it was that guy who was on Everybody Loves Raymond doing the voice.
Cody
What was
really
the
likes
brother?
Turtle Street.
So I know not everybody's wrestling fans in the chat, but I watched something last night and something on YouTube. Horror movies do have a little bit of crossover with pro wrestling.
Yep.
Last night I watched a match between Jeff Jarrett and Jeff Hardy, and it was called the Texas Chainsaw Massacre match. And Echo explained to me that it was a tribute or a
It was they reached a deal with the company doing the video game. It actually had it turned out it had it was not only was it because of helping to plug the video game, but they were helping to raise money for what happened in Hawaii.
oh damn, I didn't know that. That's fantastic.
I think they said they made like 100,000.
Wow.
So that it, but yeah, now they've had wrestlers do gimmicks based on movie characters.
I was gonna say I sent Echo and if you didn't get it, I'm gonna resend it to you. A match where Mick Foley dressed up like Leatherface and fought Terry Funk.
They,
I think that wrestling has a lot to do with horror at times. Sports sometimes have crossovers into horror, but pro wrestling really does.
That's funny because Terry Funk was pretty much being Leatherface in WWE as Chainsaw Charlie.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll send you that match. It was insane. It happened twice, and it was really dope.
They had a character called Super Leatherface, who I think one of the guys who wore the suit almost killed somebody because they used like a board with nails in it, and it might have got a little too deep into someone's neck and almost killed somebody. They had Jason, they had Nightmare Freddy, whatever it was, Freddy Krueger. I think they even had someone try to do Beetlejuice.
That's wild. A Beetlejuice character? That'd be dope.
Yeah. They had Lord Humongous. Multiple people did Lord Humongous from the second Mad Max movie.
Such possibilities with that name.
Yeah, and it was Psycho Sid was one of the guys.
He was one of them?
He was one of the guys who did the Lord Humongous.
Jennifer Tochi, did you ever watch any wrestling?
Well, not a lot. I watch like the days of Andrew the Giant and the Undertaker, you know.
Andrew the Giant. No, I thought she's more of a
Andre. I'm sorry.
She's more of a bare knuckle fighting person, but you better be careful. Don't hit the one who has the butt she likes.
You know what? Yeah, you never explained to us how was it to go to a bare knuckle fighting event, Tochi, in Butte, Montana?
It was fun. I only did one of the fights. The last fight, two of them had boxing gloves on, but the last fight, it was like a wrestling match. The guy was jumping on the ropes and said, "Hey, I'm the best, I'm the best." And then the guy came out and smacked him right in the face and broke his nose, and he was bleeding outside of his mouth.
I was watching that video and I hear this. Don't hit him. He's got a nice butt. Like,
Don't hurt him. Don't hurt him.
It's like, what the hell?
And I made a bet with the guy behind me. He was going, "Butte, Butte, Butte." And I said, no, the other guy's got a nicer butt. He's gonna win. And
Well,
I won, so he had to buy me a pop.
the truth of the matter is, it's skin on skin. You know, a lot of those fights, they look worse than they are because those guys are used to taking punching from sparring.
You ever see the
Yeah.
women fight though? Oh lordy!
Oh, they're brutal. They're brutal.
I watched one clip of him from UFC. I think it was. This woman was hitting this other woman, and all of a sudden you see the ear is barely hanging on in blood because it's like shooting out where the ear used to be fully attached. She pretty much knocked the other woman's ear off, and it's like, holy shit! You never see that in a guy's fight. Well, unless it's Mike Tyson, he's trying to bite someone's ear off.
You know, I watched that fight with Holyfield live a long time ago.
Wow.
One of the first fights I watched with my grandfather, and he fucking bites somebody's ear off.
I watched one fight that I thought was really stupid. I can't remember who was in it, but the official got mad because he said, "Oh, you hit below the belt." And the guy who was supposed to got hit, all of a sudden he realized, "Oh, I gotta stop acting like I got hit in the nuts." It's like there is no delayed reaction when you hit somebody in the nuts.
No, there isn't.
And just because you wear a protective cup doesn't mean that it doesn't hurt.
Oh, it doesn't. I got in a fight with a guy after he was playing baseball once. Pow pow. Oh yeah, he had a reaction, all right.
I feel like Butte, Montana is just about fighting. I think that if you ever want to get some aggression out, just go see Tochi in the Butte.
Yeah, we're gonna get Jen in the ring for a bare knuckle fight.
Oh, that girl will lose her hair, and if she even touches my hair, she's done for.
5 seconds into round one.
It's like,
Well, by
don't
TKO.
touch the hair.
It's like 5 seconds into round one. Winner by way of knockout.
So, Echo, how are you feeling now these days, buddy? I know that last month you were kind of getting a little.
People think there's something wrong with me because I was sitting at this meeting and someone goes, "You okay? You look so depressed."
Well, no, I don't think that. I just think you were a little burnt out.
Well, okay, here's the truth. I was feeling my temple flaring up and some shit was going on, and I felt myself about to snap on people. So I thought I need to step back before I open my mouth and say something that I shouldn't say because I'm one of those when I get mad, I run my mouth. So.
Yeah, but you know the community's not the same without you, buddy. So.
Yeah, but I love the community. I love everybody, and I don't want to lose my temper and lose everything. So.
I know. I'm just saying, and that's cool to step away, but like, you always have a home here, brother. And
Yeah, I'm looking to do something other than reviews, but I'm drawing blanks. My brain is just like so much.
What would you guys
on.
in the chat like to see Echo do other than reviews?
And no, I am not doing strip teases. I'm not doing streams where I jump up and have things fall out of my pants.
Even say anything.
That just eliminates all of Tochi's requests.
Well, she's the dirtiest, nastiest one here. I mean, she's so naughty. Like that holder one, like someone, what was it? Holder for little objects. They 3D printed it, and I sent it to Jen because it looks like a butt plug.
What?
It's like you can open this up and you can put little knickknacks in there, but when you look at it, the first thing that comes to your mind is that's a butt plug.
That's right. What was that there? Was that like something to put like your rings and stuff in?
Yeah, it's just so like the joke is sometimes people print these things up. Like someone did a 3D sword that is one of those ones where like it looks like a butt plug, a really long butt plug, and then you just flick it and this blade comes out. But it looks like a butt plug. It's like, what the heck? I want a 3D printer, but it's like, what the hell are people printing?
The bat in the hat is in the house.
What's up, Alucards? Everybody put in the chat what you like to see Echo do in his channel.
The bat
I like anything that Echo does.
juggle.
I want to do another interview, like solo one, but I just don't know who I want to talk to. Who I want to review yet. Interview.
Well, here's the thing. When it comes to interviews, just relax and have fun with it, man.
Yeah.
You're very good. You're very personable. And then
But
Bones wants to know if you can juggle.
No, Al said he could juggle, and Professor says he should shake his junk until it falls out.
no, I can't juggle it. But we got the big one coming up. Not this weekend, but next weekend. We got the big one on Steven's channel. We got Mark Polonia,
Yeah.
which I'm looking so forward to. That's gonna be so much fun.
Have you ever did a video wearing and showing all your luchador masks?
I don't have that many. I only have 4, but only 2 fit, because the 2 I think I've been more for kids.
That's
I
4
raised-
more than me. You could just show all your masks, all of them together.
I'd have to figure out where I put the lucha masks.
Do you feel like you want to do more interviews, though? I mean,
Yeah. I
Okay.
also, right now, I also want to design a new mask. I got these ideas for a new mask in my head. Just finding
but
somebody.
just so you know, you're very good at what you do, man, and like have confidence, brother, because you're not personable, you know.
And the thing with interviews, because everyone was saying I should do them, and then Chadwick Whitmore wanted me to interview him, and then I talked to Pat, and Pat helped me out, hooked me up with Steven, and I talked to Karen. They gave me some pointers. Still get like nervous and shit, but I get nervous whenever I do a video, anyways. How it's gonna be received.
See, I find that funny because you have no problem talking about funny shit with us. You're very open, very personal, funny as hell.
Well, you
People
don't
do
want me
that.
to be open because God knows what will come out.
But you know what though? It's true though, because some people, even when they make like an individual video and no one's with them, they get nervous. Like I believe Pat does that, or like some people like when they're more comfortable being live than they are making an individual video just by themselves.
I think in some ways I still, because I used to get a lot of negative reactions when I did drama videos. In some ways I still kind of get worried that I'll get that again, even though I've only got it a couple times.
Well, it's not going to be from anybody in this group, that's for sure.
Yeah.
No, I won't name names. So
And that person's going to get fucked up.
although YouTube's doing it to me again, they're not sending me notifications, which I'm unhappy about. I don't want to make people think that I'm ignoring the videos, but I kind of can't when YouTube doesn't tell me.
It's true, and they're also unsubscribing people from people without telling other people.
It did that to me with Gareth one time, and I was like, oh my God, I don't want him to think that I unsubbed from him.
Yeah.
Let's catch up in the chat.
I thought Sterling from Wacky World Lounge had stopped making videos because I wasn't getting any for like 3 months. Then all of a sudden I checked his channel and I saw how many I missed.
El Santo in Blue. I've heard about El Santo in Blue, Mr. Dan.
Blue Demon. A Blue
Yeah.
Devil, whatever.
Have not seen any of those.
I want a Pinta mask, where I got my name Hero from. I need one of his masks. He's the source of my name, so.
Echo, echo, echo,
And I'm not getting no dolphin mask.
echo, echo.
Have you thought about doing like news videos? Because you seem to be up to date with a lot of shit that
I
people don't
would,
even know.
but like usually the news when I get it, it's like sometimes it's like as of late, it's like trauma related shit. Like the whole thing was Tron 3. That sucks. Over 150 people let go because of the strike.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I'm upset. I want the strike to be over, the way they can finish Cobra Kai.
I know.
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things. Bones.
Yeah.
Mr. Bones.
Those people
No,
are going to be 30 by the time.
we were supposed to interview a girl who had been on Stranger Things. She
I
also
have
did
to
Pretty Little Liars, but unfortunately, we were unable to interview her because restrictions of writers, actors, and all that shit.
Oh.
Jennifer, what would you like Bones or Echo to do on his channel besides anything
No one heard something
flipping
perverted.
No,
or
I'm not going to say stripping. No.
Be like,
I
do a
would,
video
I,
on Pauly Shore.
She
I
wants you to
would,
continue. What was that called? The Shake Your Booty contest.
no. I agree with interviews. I think uh, you have a wonderful personage.
Like I got a few things I got to take care of. I got a local event I'm helping out with next month, and then Tamale Festival. If they talk about doing another trunk or treat, I don't know if I'm going to help out.
dude, if you could film any of the footage from any of those events, I would love to just see a little bit of it.
With trunk or treat, I'm getting really sick and tired of asking for help, asking for volunteers, getting told, yeah, we're going to help you, and then no one really kind of helps. I'm getting really. I love that was that the last 3 years. It's wearing thin on me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I enjoy. Last year, I scared the crap out of kids. I enjoy scaring people. I happened to like last week at the family reunion. I went down to Walmart. This woman wasn't paying attention, and I went to walk by her, and she saw me. The loudest scream I've heard a woman make when she looked up and saw me, because she didn't see me coming. I scared the shit out of her.
Now, let me ask you. I thought trunk or treats were not supposed to be scary. So, like, they actually had you scare people?
Well, no, it's because the mask that I wear, the
Yeah.
the one in this picture, it was scaring little
Yeah.
kids. I didn't mean to scare them. Well, maybe a little, but it was scaring the little kids.
Huh.
So they would
That's
have to do this thing where the kids wouldn't come for the candy. That's gonna be, hey, can you go stand over there? So if I do it this year again, and I do a mask, it's gonna be something less scary. Granted, yes, if you could see my face underneath the mask, you saw a great big smile. Professor, I got some Star Trek models. I got a Gundam model too. I got to work on.
I understand that, Al. The bell never works for me either.
Yeah,
Star Trek models. That's a great idea.
yeah. I love how they say, you don't need glue, you don't need paint, and then you open them up. You need glue. You need
Are you
paint.
good at building models and shit?
So. It's like I do the models. I also do the anime ones, like the Gundam ones. But my hands don't always like them. Small parts and stuff. When you got possible arthritis in the hand, all your hand does is hurt.
Wow.
So, but I got a Gundam one. I gotta work on. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna set the camera up. Might have to use my laptop.
So, Jennifer,
Yes.
I have a movie that I reviewed called She Devil, 1989
Yes.
for 80s Archives. It's got Roseanne in it. Have you heard of it?
I reviewed that a while back. Yes. Love it.
Did you?
Mhm.
It's an interesting film.
Yeah.
You guys should participate in the 80s Archives in the chat if you want to.
Roseanne
If
Barr.
you like 80s films.
Yep, Roseanne Barr.
She's in another horror movie besides Freddy's Dead.
Yeah, Bones is only a horror channel.
I'll have to check that out.
I thought she did that one horror movie where she played a singer at a baseball game.
Oh,
No,
yeah?
that's Rosie O'Donnell.
No,
No?
Roseanne
Oh
Barr.
no, that's Benchwarmers, isn't it?
He's making a joke. It was at like a Super Bowl or something.
Yeah, she
Oh.
sung
Yeah.
the national anthem, and they made
She
a
did.
big joke.
She did it at a baseball game or some shit.
Hmm.
It was all right. It was an all right movie. I mean, I wouldn't probably watch it again, but she's violent in that movie.
And I love every minute of it. He deserves what he gets. That was my 63rd one.
Boglin!
Let me ask you guys. Let me ask you guys in the panel. What intrigues you about video? What do you like to watch in videos? And this goes for the chat too. What keeps you engaged in videos?
It helps if I know the person owns a Boglin.
Depends on the
Yeah,
subject
right.
matter. It's on YouTube. I usually like horror, but I gotta stay away from cat ones. I really gotta stay away from cat ones.
So animals and horror. Okay.
And Boglins.
Boglins. So if they got boglins. Okay.
Live stream fails are also kind of fun. But there's been some really
Live stream?
funny ones out there. Like the guy who got
Live-
drunk, peed on his keyboard, did a live stream, laid down, kept the live stream going down the whole time. Got up the next day and they showed him. He was like,
Was
off
that
the
Hobbs?
computer.
He does a
Well,
lot
so-
of stuff to his keyboard.
He walks over to the keyboard. Why is my keyboard wet? Is this piss?
Yeah, I've destroyed my keyboard, but I didn't piss on it. So in the chat, what do you guys? What keeps you engaged? What? It's weird because it seems to me like people like to hear more about older horror than newer horror. I get more views on older horror than I do the newer horror.
Horror scares me so.
Unless it's extreme horror. If I'm reviewing extreme horror, then I get ridiculous amounts of reviews or of views.
There's that one about the
What's up,
killer
Mac?
trash. There's that one about the killer trash cans. It's gonna be a visual vengeance one, I think.
Yeah. Like my highest viewed review in horror I've ever done was The Sinful Dwarf.
Is she looking to doing that one about the killer, the aliens versus the
You
garbage?
did not
man?
read that Max said it's his birthday tonight and he wants us all to hug in the shower.
Happy
Yes.
birthday, Max. Happy birthday, Max.
Don't have a shower, Max, but happy birthday.
I assume maybe we'd all go to his shower.
Oh,
He just wants a group hug in the shower.
Don't drop the soap.
Yep. Don't drop the soap.
well, maybe I want somebody to. Let's have the monster mash in the shower.
That's right.
That
That's
video of Snoop Dogg watching that walrus and the penguin. Snoop Dogg realized what the walrus threw to the penguin. It was like I'm watching, like, what's going on? And all of a sudden it's like, oh my god.
Ah, the human centipede. That sounds like a hit. Wait, the ones in back have to eat the front ones shit?
Was that you that said that to me, Jen?
Yeah, it was.
Snoop's reaction.
Some other great town names. Lititz.
It's Lidditz.
Linux.
And if you're making last-minute dinner plans, you may have a hard time getting in some of the titties in some of the city's top spots.
We know what was on his mind.
He wants to get in between them titties.
He wants to bury it.
And did you notice his last name? Bibb.
No.
Bibb. Bibb.
Was it?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
So he wears a
And if
boot.
you're making last-minute dinner plans, you may have a hard time getting in some of the titties in some of the city's top spots.
Yeah, she's right.
And if you're making last-minute dinner plans, you may have a hard time getting in some of the titties in some of the city's top spots. And if you're making last-minute dinner plans, you may have a hard time getting in some of the titties in some of the city's top spots.
Again? One more time?
And if you're making last-minute dinner plans, you may have a hard time getting in some of the titties in some of the city's top spots.
Falkland. Falkland.
A boggling on that boggling.
Hope you like what you see!
Jim.
I
Hope you
work.
like what you see.
I do. I do.
I
Let's
do
hit.
declare.
All right, can y'all hold it down for a little bit? I gotta step away for a few. Hold it down, Bones, Echo, and the Toach. I'll be right back.
Be right back.
Party time. Break out the stripping dwarfs.
Monkeys, start stripping. You're not listening.
How many of them are still alive?
Mike.
What's his name? Mickey or Mikey Dolenz or whatever? I used to have such the biggest crush on his daughter. She was doing movies back in the the 90s and stuff. Oh, I used to have such the biggest crush on her.
Interesting.
I thought she was hot as hell.
My mom keeps saying I was born at a different time than I was supposed to.
And what time were you supposed to be born? The 1800s?
She says, she looks at my what wall and she sees 80s movies, 70s movies, 60s. And I think all the guys are hot.
Oh, here we go. What's your favorite 60s movie?
60s movie. There's so many.
Oh, yeah. There's some good James Bond ones. The old Hammer horror films of that time.
Let's see. I'm gonna go with Diamonds Are Forever.
Learned that that actor Dwayne Johnson, his grandfather was in one of the James Bond movies. He only lived twice. You see this big ass Samoan guy gets into a fight with James Bond that he knocks out. That was High Chief Peter Maivia, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson's grandfather.
Oh my gosh.
Who I come to find out it actually isn't his biological grandfather. It's by marriage, but I'm gonna say he was a good looking man.
It is. Wow. Now you know I'm gonna have to watch that damn movie. Wouldn't you know it? Guess what I watched today?
You watched a movie Hobbs brought up and you didn't tell him? You guys watched it at the same time?
No, I watched it this morning.
When did he say he watched it?
Today.
That's pretty close. Odd coincidence.
Yeah. But I reviewed Lean on Me.
But then you have to review She Devil. I've never even heard of.
Yeah.
I vaguely remember the cover once she showed it. I think I've seen the cover before.
Which one?
That She Devil, when I saw that image of Rosie, it vaguely triggered that I haven't seen the movie, but I don't think I have. But that cover, because that image of wrote.
The title and the cover kind of reminds me of the movie Bedeviled with Brendan Fraser.
Yeah.
Have you seen that one?
Yes, I have. That lady was hotter in Bedeviled than any of the
Well,
women
yeah.
in the.
If you can better than Roseanne, well, yeah. What's her name? Liv something?
Oh, I don't remember her name.
Hurley? Elizabeth Hurley, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like out of print on DVD or something. I've never found it in the pawn shop or nowhere.
I used to come across it a lot, but haven't in.
Sorry, guys. Hold it down for just a little bit longer here. Sorry, I'm trying to work on something on the back end here.
These nuts.
I should be back in about an hour.
On the
An hour.
back end. He's working something on the back end.
Yeah, on his back end.
Getting a tramp stamp?
He had to step away to get his tramp stamp finished.
Ooh.
Come back, it's an image of Jen.
Also, he's going to play favoritism of members of the Midnight Hour.
Huh?
I say he's going to play favoritism of members of the Midnight Hour. Just Jen's going on his back. What about the rest of us? He's got to put us all back here.
Well, I think he wants to get a wiener tattoo of you, Bones, on his boner.
Well, hey, Professor, I got one from you. If you ever watch the old silent film All Quiet on the Western Front, there's an actor in it named Lou Ayres. Supposedly, I'm somehow loosely related to him. Don't know how, but supposedly I'm somehow a distant relative of his.
Mm.
So, at least one of my family made it in the movies, and I'm not related to the porn star with the same last name. Which is a shame. I could have been hanging out with porn stars.
Well, there's still a chance.
Be like, I'm sorry, guys.
Become a porn star, Echo, and you can
Be like,
start.
I'm sorry, guys. I can't hang out. The porn stars want to hang out with me.
Just find a porn set and go hang out.
I think I got to see my what's the name? Ava Devine. She used to be my favorite, and then I saw what she did to herself. She got plastic surgery. Looks more like she got botched plastic surgery on her face.
Ow.
I mean, she's like, I look pretty. No, you look like you'd scare kids.
I don't know who that is. I don't know. I stopped following the porn stars after they moved to the B movies.
God, you guys are having a friggin' blast since I've been gone.
Wow, that was a fast
backing
hour.
up and...
You get that tramp stamp?
Emily hides in the tits and peekaboo.
Peekaboo.
Jen, is it just hot where you're at, or is the air off, or what the hell's going on?
It's hot. It's 90 degrees out. And I'm wearing my devil horn, so maybe I'm in hell. I don't know.
Justin, you're in hell.
Emily says, who needs porn stars when they just have Pornhub? I may need a lawyer if I say more. Pornhub is relevant. A lot of people love Pornhub. Pornhub merch is like one of the top selling merches in the Wall Street Journal.
You know you can get that shit for free too, so you don't need Pornhub. Just gotta know where to look.
I was born at the wrong time. I was planning to be one of those 1-900 number women when I grew up.
So
Hi, it's Saturday night.
yeah. Hi, it's Saturday night. Do you know where your balls are?
Are you home alone?
They're in my
Khakis?
hand.
What are you doing right now?
Have I excited you yet?
Here's the thing. I don't know how they made any damn money because every call, if a guy was going to do 3 minutes, he was a champ. I mean, seriously, per minute. That's why they did it per minute. Because if it was like $3.99 or $5 a minute, ain't no dude gonna last no 3 minutes talking on the phone, right? So how did they make any money?
Good question. Hidden charges?
That's right. The surcharge. You get the surcharge on top of the regular charge for the sex call.
Yes, for the
No.
connection fee.
You know that I work in the industry of TV, so you know that I have to deal with this a lot. Sometimes customers order so much porn on their accounts that we're required to recommend the internet to them because they have so much porn on there that you think by now they'd have carpal tunnel. I mean, and there was one guy that had $500 worth of porn every month added, like he never discovered the internet.
God damn, $500.
My goodness.
And like you would think at this point he never knew about the internet. And then there was one customer where like her son just kept ordering porn and he couldn't stop ordering porn. And she put a passcode on and he would find a way around the passcode and still order porn on his parents' account and racking up their bills to the point where they had to send him away. Like that's how addicted he was getting to ordering the movies.
Oh.
Let's be honest, folks. Porn is funny to watch too. It's not just the sex part of it. It's hysterical to watch people the way that they.
It is. It is. Their faces. They're like.
That reminds me of Dogma.
Exactly, and the way that they're struggling not to climax, like it's fucking hilarious because it's almost like it's endurance. It's an endurance battle, you know.
Then it's like we like watch you guys have sex because it's so funny and what? You see the faces you guys make.
And then the one-liners and the introductions are hysterical. Like someone gets like Chinese delivered, but they can't pay for it, and the only thing they can pay for is sex. Like that's just a funny. You know what I mean? It's just funny. It's funny. The whole thing, the whole industry is funny, I think. Now Patrick is not here right now. I think he left the chat, but he grew up in Porn Central, the town that he grew up in and around that area in California. He told me that it was like Porn Central in that part of the area, and he said that it was very common. I guess in the 70s and 80s, though, it would be very hard to keep your porn around the house because the VHS tapes were hard to hide from your wife or your husband, you know? Like, what would you do? You didn't have digital downloads at the time. Where would you put your fucking movies?
My movies are in the back of the top closet behind a wood piece that looks like the back of a closet.
That's right. You mentioned that. Where do you put foreskin hump at? Is that in the back closet?
Yes.
I thought so.
And the funny thing is, I haven't touched him in years.
think the last porn I owned was the big box edition of Debbie Does Dallas on VHS, which I barely had enough money to get for it, and I had to borrow money from my friends. They're like, "What are you getting?" And I walk out with it, and they're like, "What's wrong with you? Why do you have to buy that?" Pretty much, it's a classic.
Classic.
What really sucks is whenever you would have like, if you wanted to get any type of adult videos, and you would go to the video store, and the people in the counter were people you graduated with. It's like you got to find a way to get past it, because you know they're gonna laugh at you,
It could
like
be
in
even,
theory.
you know, it could be even worse. It could be family.
You volunteer there, make friends with the owner. They give you whatever you want free.
There you go.
Even when you're 14 years old.
Professor.
Hello, Professor. Every time I hear your name, I keep saying it when you say, Professor and Marianne.
I do miss video stores, man. It's hard to think about them not being around anymore.
Yeah, okay, I gotta complain. Okay, what kind of professor was he on Gilligan's Island?
I have no idea.
Because apparently he wasn't a professor of getting the fuck off the island. Was he really, you know, a fake professor? I thought he was supposed to be smart. Couldn't get them off the damn island.
Didn't he like extend the seasons because people wanted them to not get off the island? If I'm not mistaken,
They got off the island. They got off the island, and they came back. They turned to like a resort or something.
Because people loved the show so much that they didn't want them to get like.
The only thing was there was no cute guys on it. Professor wasn't cute. Skipper wasn't cute. You know, Gilligan wasn't cute. The damn old rich guy wasn't cute. Well, he would have been in real life because he was rich. But
come on, Jen. You can marry him. You can kill him. You can get all the money.
Yep.
I remember like they got one of like the things they got off the island, and what's her name? The actress, Ginger. She's like, there's all these 4-letter words in here, and Gilligan didn't understand what that meant. It's like, yeah, look at this. There's this and that and whatever. It's like, that's not what she meant.
I don't know. I want to get into some of the older series. Like I've never really got a chance to watch MASH. A lot of my customers tell me to watch MASH. I never got a chance to watch Cheers. A lot of my customers tell me to watch Cheers.
The ending of MASH, as we talked about, that scene where he talked about the woman killing the chicken, and then he breaks down and reveals she didn't kill the chicken. She killed the baby because the baby was being loud.
What?
The ending, like one of the guys, and he's like, it gets a little dark, and he's like talking about they're on a bus and they had to get away from some people. But he tells them, "Oh, the chicken was being loud," and then he breaks down crying. He goes, "No,
wow, holy shit!"
Yeah, so it got dark there. It's like, ooh, when he's breaking down crying. Like, ooh.
I have never watched an episode of MASH. I've only watched one episode of Cheers, and that was the Halloween episode.
Of course. I suggest the first couple of seasons with Frank in it for MASH. That was...
People are surprised that I say this because I'm a movie guy, but like, respectfully, I'm 41 years old. Like I haven't seen everything, but I know of a lot of stuff, you know. And I feel like if I started watching MASH, if I got addicted to it, then I probably couldn't stop watching it. And I just don't have that kind of time.
It was a movie too. I've only seen a little bit of the movie.
Movie's great. Donald Sutherland. I'll be right back.
Echo, what
Sorry
type
you
of
don't
series
have
do you like?
nothing.
Well,
What are
back when
some of the classic series you watched?
the classic from the 80s, I did Knight Rider, A-Team, The Cosby Show.
The Hulk.
There was a Hulk, a Different World, which is the one spinoff from The Cosby Show. And there was
Yeah.
one about the girls who lived in the dorm or whatever.
A Different World?
No, it was God, it was a spinoff from Molly Ringwald was in the first season.
Oh, you're talking about Help Me Out, Bones. It's got where all the girls stay there with the mother, the lady that has all the girls there. It's a TV show.
Facts of Life.
That's right, with 2D in it. That's right.
But like, otherwise it was cartoons. You know, it was the 80s. There's a lot of cool cartoons that came out back in the 80s. Now,
Facts of Life had some good Halloween episodes too.
Cosby had some good ones. Fucking Roseanne.
Yeah.
You ever seen The Master?
What?
The Master.
Master of what?
It's called The Master. It's
I've heard about it, but I've not seen it.
Lee Van Cleef's in it.
Of course you would have seen it then.
He's a oh, yeah
No, it's a kung fu one.
Uh-huh. And he's teaching a 20-year-old as he's looking for his daughter. And people are after Lee Van Cleef. And man, he's hot, even at that advanced age.
What about that show, The Greatest American Heroes, everybody talks about? Is that good?
Oh, fuck no.
Never heard it. Never seen it.
My brother loved that show, and I saw it was on some streaming service. I was like, oh, well,
It's a hard no from Echo, folks.
I know the song, Believe It or Not, I'm Walking
Oh,
on
shit, that one. Oh, that was horrible.
My brother loved that show. I sat down. I think I didn't make it past the second episode without me going, I got to talk to my brother and see, what the fuck was wrong with you, man? I mean, what? Okay, the first episode, okay, he's the teacher of these are the problem kids. One kid wants to kick his ass, and another wants him to bone her.
What's so bad about it that you all hate it?
It's terrible. It's like so awfully written.
So even too cheesy for me, and I love cheese, man.
And he gets the suit that's supposed to give him powers. The aliens are like, do not lose the instruction book. You will need it. 5 seconds after they leave. Oh, hey, I lost the book.
It's funny to listen to the two of you hate something so bad like that.
I just thought I'd watch it. And it's just like, what is wrong with my brother? What was so wrong with him that he liked this show?
My mom loved it too.
Who played the teacher? Wasn't he he was in the House movies.
Yeah. That blonde curly boy.
William Catt.
Mm.
And Michael Piera?
Yeah.
He was in it too. I think he was the one that wanted to kick his ass.
Yeah.
And his girlfriend wanted to bang the teacher or have the teacher bang her. So it's like, good Lord. No wonder he wanted to kick the teacher's ass.
Yeah. Nick at Night raised me, you know? And just like some of the, that was the one show I could not watch.
So basically, it was just corny, and that's the reason why you guys didn't like it.
Corny, bad acted. It's like everything horrible you can think of.
And just having the blonde, curly hair guy in it, and I usually like dorky guys, but this guy was just was trying to be a dorky. He wasn't a natural dorky.
Who played the detective in that?
I don't remember.
Robert Clout?
I don't remember who. I just would used to watch it with my mom when she was home, and I used to think, fall out the window and die, you horrible bastard.
What about the original Beauty and the Beast TV show with Linda Hamilton?
I loved it.
I loved it.
To me, that's
And Highlander, did you guys like that?
I liked the movies. I didn't care too much for the TV show.
Now, what did you guys like about Beauty and the Beast?
It was cool. It was written good. I thought that Ron Perlman did a good job. First time I remember really seeing him. Linda Hamilton
did a wonderful job, yeah. And it was suspenseful. That was good. I liked that.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Doesn't she die or something later on towards the end?
I always felt bad for him because he always looked like he was crying, like the guy that played the Beast. Like,
yeah, Ron Perlman. That tells you how good Ron Perlman is.
Yeah. It was like the Incredible Hulk, You just wanted to give him a hug at the end when he was walking away. Same with Beast. You wanted to give him a hug at the end of the show.
Is that show streaming anywhere?
I don't know. I have the whole series on DVD. So.
That'd be awesome if it was. And so, he did such an awesome job on it, and then I didn't know it was, anything about Ron Perlman actually until then.
Me either.
Ooh, it looks like it's on Paramount Plus.
Make sure it's not that movie they made.
No, it's the 1987 3 seasons. I'm adding that to my list.
Hubs, look what's in my VHS player right now.
Be right back. I'm going to go grab a water.
Let's see. Professor says here that the werewolf TV series was also like the Incredible Hulk, a werewolf that goes country looking for a captured werewolf. I did not know that. The blonde curly guy was in a really good movie, Reb Rowan, called White Ghost. One was the guy made a deal with the devil, would do a bunch of horror shit. Very true, Macabro. Now, wasn't he also in a movie called Bad Boys with Sean Penn? If I'm not mistaken. The guy that was in American's Greatest Heroes.
I think he was.
He was the guy. He was the asshole security guard that Sean Penn had to bust up with the pop cans.
Yeah, with a lot less hair.
Spicoli had to do some damage.
Yeah.
So he's like a completely different character. Spicoli and the guy that he played in Bad Boys. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's the same guy. So it's okay. So it was the same guy in Carrie with the blonde hair.
Yep.
The guy that gets hit in the head with a bucket?
Tommy.
Oh God, that's hysterical. You know, if he did not have the hair like that, people may not have known. His long locks.
I cannot hear the name Tommy without thinking about see me, feel me, touch me. You know, the play, the musical.
Tommy Doyle.
Oh.
Tommy Doyle.
Tommy, can you hear me?
Tommy.
Tommy.
I think of Tommy Turner in Porky's with his little wiener through the hole.
Echoes on camera now. Jennifer's gonna go nuts.
It's got that popping candy in it.
Yeah.
I've had that Hershey bar. That's pretty good, bro.
Better be better than the last few candy bars I taste tested. I won't say who the fun because it might piss off a certain big YouTuber.
The original Marty McFly was going to be
Eric Stoltz.
Yeah.
Eric Stoltz, who also happened to be in The Mask. He played Rocky Dennis.
Yep.
Who also happened to be in Fast Times.
Yep. Him and Anthony Edwards are Spicoli's buds.
Yes.
Who also happened to be in Anaconda.
Mm-hmm.
He also happened to be in The New Kids.
It's okay.
And in Revenge of the Nerds. Anthony Edwards.
Damn,
Look what
Eric
I'm
Stoltz is
eating.
in a lot of stuff.
I'm eating chocolate-covered cinnamon bears.
Looks kind of like poo.
Bite my butt, Echo.
Why this is dead?
What's dead?
Hmm?
I
guess Sugar didn't want to be on camera.
Why? The ladies love the Echo.
Yeah.
Echo, your headset looks like it cost you $500.
No,
Are those the Beats by Dre?
that's just Turtle Beach.
Their gaming headphones is the same thing I'm wearing.
Yeah, I just took the mic out. I like Still Series. They make some damn good ones, but they're expensive. Most places are like, we can order them for you. I don't want to wait for them.
I'm cheap. I use my Walkman headphones for my phone.
See, I like this style of headphones, but I realized there's a drawback to them. I was playing a video game and I killed somebody, didn't know they were a kid, and they did a high-pitched scream like little kids do. I had to pull the headset off real fast, like, oh, God.
In response to what you said, Hobbs, they are expensive as fuck. Echo might not think so, but I did not buy mine. They were my wife's nephews. He broke them. She fixed them. They became mine.
Okay, Princess got one for us, the new Megalodon movie.
I don't know. They look expensive. I know some Turtle Beach can go pretty high, and I know that Beats by Dre can be high too.
I try not to get too expensive of them because they usually last me about a year. So,
Wow.
well, like Professor, they need to do, because now that Sharknado has ended, they need to do something with the other shark-related franchises. Which means they're probably going to get another Meg movie, another Meg versus Mega Shark versus whatever, and another multi-headed shark movie. So,
Two-headed shark attack?
got up to what, 5-headed? Or was it six-headed?
I only saw 2.
Dude, Shark Week almost caused me to take a month off of YouTube. I was so angry at the movies. I was so pissed at them. There were some that I didn't even watch. I didn't even review. They were so bad.
It's like I knew I could have watched something like Deep Blue Sea, Bait, which I love Bait. But like, let's go with like, all these bad ones. That was a bad idea. I should have stuck with the good ones.
Here's what pissed me off. You watch a movie that's an hour and 45 minutes. It's supposed to be about sharks. You get 3 minutes of stock footage, and the rest is some bullshit.
We watched Crow Jaws. Bruno's movie.
So I ended up just saying, you know what, I'm going to review some of the ones I know. I'll watch those and talk about them. I should have watched Shark Attack 3 though, the one that you and Casey like.
Of the 3 Shark Attack movies, effect-wise, it's not the best. Acting-wise, it's not the best. The dubbing, some of the guys, because they didn't speak English, they did voiceover, not the best. But all these bad things make it the best movie in the series. It makes it such a fun watch. It's
kind of
showing you that you. No, this is actually good. Good bad. Not like, oh my God, they're eating her. But no, it just shows you, you know, you can do bad and all these bad stuff, but still put something out good. It's such a fun movie to watch. And that one line about, oh, I'm weird or whatever, I'm going to go home and eat your pussy. I mean, the fact that they said that line to try to get the actress to snap and laugh, no effects.
Could you repeat that? What did he say?
I'm weird, I want to go home and eat your pussy. But the fact that he said that line, she didn't laugh at all. And it's improv, and the director kept it in there. And he didn't know that. So he's at home watching it with his nephews. And that line comes up, and his nephews are sitting there probably like, Uncle, you want to tell us something? We thought you were gay.
And then Bones was like, Hobbs, I'm not for sure why you're doing Shark Week. You just reviewed 7 shark movies like a month ago.
You know, okay. You know, we did 80s week, right? There is an idea of doing 70s week.
You know what I said? You knew it was coming up and you was using up all your material.
It made sense though, because he's right. I did. I reviewed like 7 shark movies before Shark Week.
You know, you could almost just do an Asylum Shark Week. They love shark movies.
They are?
When we look at, there's a lot of shark movies. ITN has done a few shark movies.
Yeah.
So,
Jennifer, did you rank your shark films?
I hated them all except Frenzy and the
Me and Jen stand alone on an island. We both like that one, and everybody hates it.
there's a movie I like and everybody else hates.
Yeah, but I didn't know what people didn't like. Everybody hates Frenzy, but I like it.
Yeah.
But Echo, I reviewed an ITN shark movie and tagged you in it during Shark Week. It's called Saltwater Atomic Shark.
is it ITN?
It has Bud Bundy in it.
You can also do a Mark Polonio Shark Month. He's done quite a few shark movies.
What? It has Bud in it?
Didn't someone review Trailer Park Shark?
That was Hobbs just before Shark Week. He used it up before Shark Week.
It was actually entertaining.
What did you think about Mr. Belding's take on a villain?
I loved him. I loved him in it.
It reunited Kevin and Tara Reid from American Pie. I didn't remember her character's name in American Pie.
The fact that she's on the cover, she's top billing, and she's in it for less than 5 minutes grand total. And she does a bad Southern accent. They have that line about
Yeah, but she has an effective part though.
what? Oh, well, they tell them, oh, we got sharks. Well, the man ain't say nothing about no tornado.
And look at my boobs bounce up and down.
It's Alilo Jogovich. She's the main female lead. And by the way, I still think she's better looking than her aunt. Sorry, she's cuter than Mila. Same.
I've never heard of her. Is she in anything else?
Her niece, that's the only thing I've seen her niece in. I think she does some stand-up comedy. Sure.
And somebody was like, why does it have to be Shark Week? Why can't you do like Octopus Week?
She was in Nightmare Shark.
Well, I technically did have an octopus in one of mine.
Mother's Cream Diaries.
Jen, didn't you review Nightmare Shark?
Yep.
As Josephich's niece. Apparently it's shit, according to Jen. She didn't like it. I think you did a negative review on it.
Yep. It's like, take everything.
How come no one did anyone
take
tackle the
everything
shark?
out of Nightmare on Elm Street that I love and put it in a damn shark movie?
I think I remember she said there was a fin in a bathtub about to go up someone's snatch, copying the Freddy scene.
Yeah. And then she gets sucked down in the water.
She gets what in the water?
And then she gets sucked
down into the water.
She gets sucked in the water. Okay.
Not sucked like that, you dirty-minded Echo. Yeah.
Anybody do any of the Sharknado movies? I want to see that 10th anniversary of it. See what they fixed, what they've added, what they've done, changed.
Is it on physical?
I don't know. I think right now it's only still showing in some theaters. I think some people went to some convention, got a digital copy of it. So I don't know if they're going to do physical.
Bones, what did you review for your Shark Week when you did it last year?
Seven movies. I can't remember. It was like 2001. I can remember I did Deep Blue Sea 3 and Red Water with Coolio. I can't remember all of them. I re-uploaded 2 of them from that year. I cheated this year. I did 2, and then I uploaded 2 from 2001. I re-uploaded Red Water and something else. That's the only 2 I can remember. Deep Blue Sea 3, which is better than Part 2, and Red Water.
It's not cheating if no one hasn't seen it, like the other people.
I think I probably reviewed Frenzy.
Yeah.
That's all I can remember. Echo Zero.
I see Walmart has a Lost Boy out with a new special sleeve. They're doing those Walmart only sleeves, and there's one for Lost Boys.
Yeah, but mine Walmart never gets what everybody else shows in their videos. The main one I saw that I was interested in is The Mist. Not because it has a slipcover, but that's cool. But that was out of print forever.
Sharknado 10th anniversary is coming to Voodoo.
And those special slips is also where I saw they have the Monsters full series for only $20. Apparently, Dan found it for $6 or something, but I don't know what site he got it off on.
I'm still waiting for them to get their butt in gear and put out Cobra Kai
Yeah,
4 and 5.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's
Yeah.
just call them up. You know, we can just call them up.
Okay, go ahead.
Cancel Cobra Kai.
Give
Give us something better.
William Zabka is hot.
I just noticed my homie Bruce Wayne is in the chat, and he said Sharknado 10th Anniversary Edition is coming to Voodoo. It's on pre-order already.
Something like Cobra Kai. Let's see. Something like Cobra Kai. A new Starman show.
You have to admit that William Zabka and Cobra Kai is a man's man.
And something for us girls to watch too.
What's Facebook?
I still think Daniel is a wussy. Johnny's always the man's man. Is that a fan?
Jennifer, how far have you gotten in Cobra Kai?
I only have 1, 2, and 3 on physical media, but I've watched all of it that I could in.
I have to say, Chosen is a pretty badass character.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
His fight with fucking Silver was ridiculous. I was throwing stuff through the wall. I was so pissed.
Silver needed to be taken down a bit.
Wow! Wow!
Do you mean where I thought he was dead and he should have been dead? Got like a sword right through the middle of his gut, and then at the end of the scene, he just walks out holding his gut like nothing happened, like a fucking cyborg or something.
Yes.
I was like, how are you gonna fucking kill him off? And then he just walks out with his hand on his belly, like, psh, nothing.
Well, the cut was in his back. They sliced his back. He also got stabbed in the front with a gut.
Yeah, I thought I remember the sword went all the way through him. It's like, fuck. I thought that was a finisher. I thought they killed him.
Yeah, I did too, and I was fucking pissed. I seriously, I was gonna revolt if he died. I was gonna fucking throw something.
Yeah.
Are you calling Walmart, Echo?
I'm looking at these horns that Jin has, and I'm seeing these gaps. You almost throw a dart right between them.
This is Walmart. How can I help you? Yeah, this is Echo Zero calling.
Oh, they're not. Had a bad time at Walmart today. All the field workers were in there, and they were doing construction, so it was a chaotic time today.
Oh, I wanted to bring this up too. This is something that I didn't know if you guys are aware about. Right now is the spider migration in Colorado. Have you guys heard about it?
Nope.
This happens once a year, and it's pretty damn cool. In Colorado, there's a time of year where there's like hundreds of male spiders. They go on the hunt to go mate with female spiders. And it's filmed all over the place on YouTube and everything. And they all go at the same time. So you see like all these spiders traveling across the plains to go find female spiders to mate with, and two things happens. Either they mate and then they can come back, or the female will kill them and eat them right then and there.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
It's like an epic drama. Like it's like a, but it's pretty damn cool that once a year this happens, and people will go to film it, and all these spiders are just going across this plains, and people film it, and it's just pretty unique. If you're afraid of spiders, the thing is that tarantulas are harmless to people, you know, and they're giant tarantulas, and they just try to mate.
Pets.
All they want to do is mate and get. All they want to do is get laid. You know, it's like the nerds.
A little bow chicka wow wow.
And they're like
And then-
Spock, you know, if they're getting moody this time of year, you know, they need to get some, or they get in an even worse mood.
And I guess it's drawing so much money to the city that, like, it's like a yearly event now. The Great Spider Migration.
Yep.
The first I've heard of it.
Yeah, you can look it up all over YouTube. It's on Yahoo right now, and I didn't know about it till like last year, but it's pretty damn cool.
I learned about it in school.
You guys have a few tarantulas in Butte, right? You guys have bigger spiders there, don't you?
Yeah.
They're harmless.
I used to catch them and bring them home.
They're
'em
harmless.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. We're 2 hours in. I think we're gonna wrap it up soon. Did you guys have anything you want to promote for your channels or coming up?
I did an 80s archive today.
I gotta
Yeah?
watch it. Gotta
Yeah.
watch your new videos.
The two of you are crack me up together. Bones, anything you want to promote, homie, before we end the show?
Yes, I'm currently working my way through the Hobbs Horror Archives. The last 2 weeks, I did 2 of the movies he sent me, and I was just grabbing some pictures for the next review, which is Celebrate.
You having fun with them, aren't you?
Yeah, I love them. I did Arena and then Dungeon Master, and now I'm working on Stellar
Look at
Dwell.
this knucklehead. Awesome, Bones. I can't
Are
wait
we
to see
having a
what's
Halloween
awesome.
party?
Wow. Halloween.
Are they holding lighters, or is there a
See
lighter
what,
in one of
see
those?
what happens when you leave these in a container in the shed.
Dude, that is awesome, Echo.
And it used to look like a pumpkin. It was being thrown away, but I said no. Look at that.
Keep it, dude.
Something
All right,
like
well, I
that's
wanna-
coming to Hobbs soon.
That's right. She's got a package coming from the midnight hour. I want to thank you guys all for coming out tonight. Echo, Bones, and Jen. Everybody have a great night. Thanks for hanging out with us at the midnight hour. Everybody, good night. Boglets, peace.
Peace and Bogle.